All right.
I'm gonna fix everything on Facebook.
Okay. Bet that. All right. We're gonna start doing this like once a month. And what we want to do is we want to come together, and we want to help our brothers and sisters put themselves in a better situation inside of this system by passing information and knowledge that we all could use. And what this is going to be really centered for is for the brothers and sisters that are interested in furthering their resources and opportunities for better okay.
Just focus on class. I got you on the chat.
Yeah. All right. For better opportunities. So one thing that we have to understand about being as Israelites is, even though that we're not of the world, that we still do have to live in this society. Okay, that is a major part that sometimes people, we get it really twisted. And really, by having that mentality, what we do is we separate ourselves and we limit ourselves to things that we could use and we could benefit for ourselves to help ourselves be in a better situation in this society. So basically, what we're going to be talking about is the different ways that we can put ourselves in positions when it comes to income, when it comes to careers, when it comes to anything that we could do to put ourselves in a position as a collective, as a body, so we can all continue to put into the same pot. And now the pot will grow faster, and now it'll be more beneficial to us. One thing that we encouraging everybody here to do is, what we want everybody to know is that in this system, and this is not a 100% thing, you don't need this, but in this system, what I like to call it is you got to pay to play. Okay. And what I mean by paying to play is, I mean by, in order to put yourself in positions to succeed, there are certain things that you need to have. Okay. One is, if you want to do something, especially on your own, whatever it is that your skill set is set upon, you need to have the documentation to prove that this is what you do. So if your occupation comes with a license, you need to get that license. If it comes with any permits, you need to receive and get those permits. If it comes with any certification, any certificates, you need to get those certificates and get those certifications. Also, too, with education, when it comes to paperwork, associates, undergraduates, masters, if we don't have those things, we're going to continue to be at the bottom forever. And we have to elevate our spirit to understand that each and every one of us individually, we need to have those things. We focus on the spirit, and what the Bible is for, the scriptures are for your moral compass. Okay? It's for your spirit. It's the development of your soul. It's the development of who you are, to be Christ-like or to be not Christ-like, to be a woman, a man of God in your character, to walk in light, or to be a woman, a man of the devil and walk in darkness. But there's a flip side to this thing that a lot of us Israelites we missing out on is there's a lot of things that we need to take care of in this world. Okay? So we're just going to be talking about a couple of things here for a second. And I just want to be talking to everybody and see what everyone has on their agendas. How does everyone do we have anyone that has an opportunity that does anything that and we could speak about it, it'd be an open dialogue as well. Is it something that you need to get for your business, for your occupation? Whether if it's a brother, if you're driving trucks, and if you don't have your CDL, you need to go ahead and go and grab that. Or whatever license that you need to have to allow you to put yourself in a position to drive those trucks, you need to go ahead and grab that. Do we got anybody that needs something or needs help or assistance with getting some type of license, some type of certificate, some type of documentation that will allow them to maybe work in a certain field that they need to work in, or maybe open up a certain business that they need to work in? Does anybody need anything, need any information, or does anybody know anything or know any information about their on that subject matter? And it could be anything, like sisters doing hair, right? I encourage you, sisters. It benefits you more if you licensed, or it benefits you more if you have your documentations. Okay, anything with education. There are a lot of careers out here that you could provide for your family for the rest of your life by having some type of education or having some type of degree or having some type of paperwork or certificate that will solidify you with these different type of careers. They have, and we're going to be putting out this information here real soon. A lot of this stuff, brothers and sisters, you're going to come and find out when it comes to these certificates, when it comes to these licenses, when it comes to these permits and different things of that nature. We're going to be putting a lot of information out. This system, they give it away for free. They literally give it away for free. There are many programs out here that will put you inside of a program. They will pay for it, and they will put you in a position inside of their networks to be able to find these jobs or be able to find these different situations. So what we want to do is we want to start bringing that awareness to the people that it's time for us to upgrade what we're doing when it comes to being within spiritually. But when we lead a church, we have to match who we are spiritually for what we doing out there in the world. Famous book that we always read, the Babylon of Timbuktu, book that all the Israelites understand. You go to page 80, page 90, whatever page that is. And when you look at us outside of the church, we are somebody. But inside of this system, we need certain things in order to put ourselves in certain situations, okay? So certificates, do anybody know any avenues or any resources that the people can go to when it comes to free certificates, when it comes to maybe different programs of licenses that the people can look up, that the people can go to, and they have different certificates and they have different things for all different kind of things. Brothers and sisters, you want to do personal trainer, you want to do hair, you want to do anything they have these things. I know, sister, you raised your hand. What you got?
The Texas Workforce Commission, they have 3 or 4 different programs. One is for like young adults. The other one is for people who are trying to go back to school that were once in school. And they have 2 other programs that's like they'll give you a job and to do like on the job training and certify you at the same time, but you're getting paid while you're doing it to make money while you're trying to go to school. But all of those, if I'm not mistaken, are free. You just have to sign up.
Okay, y'all hear that? If y'all got pens and pads, we're gonna be sending this out stuff as well. And for the brothers and sisters that's listening online, that's gonna be able to hear this as well. The family that's in Texas, you got Texas Workforce Commission. Okay, the Texas Workforce Commission has multiple programs. A lot of them are free, and for brothers and sisters that can't pay, maybe a couple $100 for different things like that. These are the resources that we need to be taking advantage of. These things are all available to us to help us advance us in our careers, to help us advance us inside of whatever jobs that we need. Texas Workforce Commissions. Adelaide, you raise your hand back there. You got something, Brew?
Yeah, for the brothers or sisters that need to get their CDL, they offer that as a free program too at Texas.
So we got the Texas Workforce Commission is offering free CDL programs.
They'll pay for your CDL training.
Any sisters want to drive trucks? There's a lot of women that's driving trucks these days. Any sisters interested in getting behind their wheel and driving them trucks? You got it from the Texas Workforce Commission. They got different programs to where you can go and get your license. You can go and get the necessary documentation that you need to put yourself in a position so you can get out there and do those things. Okay. Also going to be talking about too for my brothers and sisters that are aspiring to open up a business. One thing that I want our people to stop doing as Hebrews, we got to stop hustling. Our people in our neighborhoods, we addicted to hustling. Hustling is not what you want to do. You don't want to hustle. You want to have a business. One wise saying that I learned from one of my mentors in business, he told me, he said that our mentality when it comes to business is backwards. We open a business to make money. And that's not the reason why you open a business. You open a business to do business. And business brings in revenue. I'm going to say that again. Most of the times when we're going in and we want to start our own thing, we want to do our own thing. Y'all remember the movement that we had inside of here, pushing the brothers and sisters to do their own things. And that difference and that spirit is real good, but there's a proper way to do things and there is an improper way to do things. Our mentality when it comes to that, people want to open up a business because they want to make money. When you in that type of mentality, you hustling.
That's right.
Instead of I want to create something that can help the community or help people out, that's a business that makes money automatically. Anybody, we got any future business owners that's inspiring to open up their business, raise your hand. If you aspiring to do your own thing, you aspiring to open up your own business, do your own thing, okay, good. This is going to be important for all of us, right? To opening up a business. One thing I want y'all to understand is a business is not a business unless that it is incorporated. Okay? It has to be incorporated.
That's right.
And what incorporation means, all it is you are creating a business entity or you're creating a legal entity. What that does is that protects your business. That gives your business asset protection. And it protects you as well from personal liabilities from the business. If you want to have a business and you want to have those things, a business must be incorporated. How do you incorporate a business? Anybody know how to incorporate a business? Maybe the process on what to go through. I'm an entrepreneur. I want to start my own thing. Hey, I got this idea. I got this business that I want to do, right? We have that, but now it's going to the point to where I need to know how to do it. Anybody know, want to talk about that? Want to go through that process real quick, talking about how do I incorporate my business, meaning like stamping it in stone so I can continue to do the necessary things that I need to do.
Like getting rid of those type of things to get it set in stone so that nobody else can take it and it's yours, like it's stamped to you.
Absolutely, absolutely. Anybody else?
The chat also provided an EIN number.
Let's go downtown. It's a building, I forgot the name of it. It's like Secretary of Data Secretary or something like that.
Okay.
And you get established in the
County clerk.
That's for your DBA.
Yeah, that's
You wanna
DBA.
establish your, the Secretary of State to incorporate your operation. If that's LLC and those type of corporations, and then you will get your own EIN just generated from that. So then you're gonna go with, you have to have a plan. There is money and funds available, but nobody looks at that unless you have a business plan. So you have to do analysis of what, choose your niche, choose what, know your competition, and you have to know all of those numbers. Like for example, you're gonna drive a truck, you're gonna own a truck, put it on the road. You need to know how much those tires are gonna cost you. You need to know all of that stuff. So you have to differentiate yourself from your competitor. So that's a whole type of study that you need to know to be competitive. You just don't want to start something and then you go grow.
When you're going through a process, and this is what I want the people, and we can play these type of things back, and we're going to continue to be meeting on this, right? You going on open a business, there is a process of the mind frame that you need to be thinking in, right? And I have these things written down in 5 steps, okay? 5 steps for my entrepreneurs, brothers and sisters that want to have a business. Turning your hustle into a business. Turning your hustle into a business, okay? The first thing that you have to do, brothers and sisters, is you have to do your research on knowing what a business plan is, okay? Whatever it is that you're doing, you have to look up and know what a business plan is and create you a business plan. That is step number 1. There is no business without a business plan. Document it. The good thing about the internet, they have all different type of templates out there that are already pre-made. It's already pre-done. And what you would have to do simply is just plug and play. Take out the information, put in your information, everything on a business plan. What makes up a business plan? Who you are, what you're doing, what your roadmap in 5 years, and how you're going to get there. That's your plan. Who you are, what you're doing, and how you are going to get there. You're doing this product. How much is this product going to cost? How much do you believe that you can sell this product for? A business plan. So when you go home, you do your research, type it in on the internet, business plan, type it in on YouTube, business plan, how to create a business plan, right? They got all different type of knowledge, different books as well. Will literally show you step by step on how to create a business plan. Right? After you have a business plan, you have everything ready. This is what I want to do. The second thing is you have to incorporate that business. Normally, depending on whatever state that you live in, you go down to the Secretary of either Secretary of Treasury. You go down to whatever your local downtown to your tax office of recordings. Okay, this is where you incorporate your business. The most common way to incorporate a business, everybody heard of a limited liability corporation. You call it an LLC, right? There are many different ways that you can incorporate a business. You can do a C Corp, you can do an S Corp, you can operate a business out of a trust, you can operate a business out of a limited liability corporation, But the most common thing is a LLC. Okay. So the first thing is a business plan, right? And do your research on those things, on how to create you a business plan. And it's going to take some time to create a business plan. A business plan is not something that you can just do in one day. Something that you really have to think about. And that's the mentality that I'm talking about. After you have that, after you have your incorporations, right? LLC, whatever, how you want to do it. Then you have to do something what is called a doing business as. You have to establish what you want to call your business. Most people, the name of their LLC is the name of their business. And you don't want to do, it's not a bad thing, but we encourage people not to do that for asset protection purposes. You want the LLC to be distinct from the doing business name. Okay, so let me give you an example. You got Southwestern Bell is an S corporation. They do business as AT&T, but the actual company that owns that is Southwestern Bell. Okay, so you have a business plan. Okay, step 1. Step 2, you have to get incorporated. Limited liability corporation, S corp, C corp, trust, and these are all things I'm just pointing out. But one thing that we all know is a limited liability corporation, okay, an LLC. Next, after that, you need to be thinking about what you want to do business as, and you can just go downtown to your local clerk. They'll have all of this information right out flat for you. You want to know exactly what you're doing for your doing business as. Okay, then that's called a DBA. Once you have these things right here, then you will now be eligible. Well, you'll be eligible before, but then you will be able to get an employee identification number. What an employee identification number is basically just your social security number for your entity that you have created. Business plan, incorporate the business, doing business as, and your employee identification number. Okay. You have all those things, and it's going to take some time. And one thing is good for us to start to know how to do these things as well. Because when you're in business, you're not just going to open one business, you're going to open multiple businesses. And you're going to have to repeat this process multiple times. So to get it down packed is going to be good for the people. Okay. Once those things are established, now you can get into business mode. 2 things that you need to think about in business is, the first thing you should be thinking about is, where am I going to get the money to run this business? Funding. Okay, funding. There are all different type of funding out there available. The bank that you use now, whatever community bank, national bank that you use now, that you already have an establishment or you already have a relationship with, if you walk in there with these things already done, they'll fund you just like that. Depending on what's on your paper, depending on your history, depending on all that stuff, depending on how much they will allow. But most of the times when we starting off in business, we don't really need that much to really get our business off the ground so we can start having revenue coming in. But most of the times we starting from zero. So when you start from zero, it's kind of hard to really get anything off the ground. One thing I want y'all to understand about a bank, okay? To know what a bank is. We're talking about formulating a business, getting into the mindset. You have to understand what a bank is. A bank is not a holding institution. We use the bank to hold our money. Banks are lending institutions. The bank's job is to provide funding for businesses to keep the economy rolling. Okay? If the water dry up, if there is no business, there is no economy. We have to take advantage and know that these lending institutions, their job is to lend money to create business. Okay? And this is the mindset that I was talking about earlier. We think that we get into business to make money. In all actuality, the motto is different. You go get money to do business, if that makes sense. A bank is a lending institution. Once you have your business plan knocked out, you got your LLC, DBAs, your EINs, you have all of this paperwork in, whatever financial institution that you have a relationship with, they will help you out. Okay? Other forms of funding as well. You have VCs, you got venture capitalists, you have private equity, which is basically people that you know that can help out as well. But the most common way is these lending institutions. The best ones is community banks, credit unions. If you are associated with the military and you have someone in your family military, mother, father, uncle, grandmother, grandfather, you get those military benefits from those military financial institutions. Those are the best ones. USAA, Navy Federal, Pentagon Federal Credit Union, the list goes on and on, right? Those institutions are more lenient and give more resources out. So if anyone is affiliated with anybody in your family, it can be immediate family, mother, brother, dad, grandparents, roommates. Okay. Who else is on that list? You reading off the thing?
No, I just know.
Okay, bet. Those financial institutions will help you out. When you have all of this information, now you're able to open up you a business bank account. Now you are fully set up to operate a business. A business is not designed to make money. A business is designed to circulate money. It's designed for positive and negative, designed for debits and credits. Okay? It's not designed to profit. It's designed to make money. Anybody got any questions on that? Like the process of a business plan, the process of an LLC, process of a DBA to get funding. Anybody any questions, or anybody has went through this type of thing and got something that they want to share to the people, that maybe, hey, when you go in and you get in your LLC, hey, maybe when you going in and you doing your business plan, hey, maybe watch out for this or watch out for that. Anybody got something on this?
Yeah, I got some. So when you do your research, it's very important to choose a method that you want to do to create your LLC. The way I went about it is you can do it yourself, which is a very extensive process. If you know how to do that, big fun on that. But if you do not know how to do it yourself, they do have resources, third-party company that can assist you with that process. And honestly, in this day and age, if you don't know, it's better just to go that route. If you already have pretty much what you got lined up, you got companies like Zen Business, you know what I'm saying? You got I went through a Northwest registered agent. They pretty much do all that stuff for you. You just pay the price. You gotta pay for an LLC anyway. You know what I'm saying? So you just pay the price. Another thing you want to watch out for too is you don't want to put your personal address on your LLC. You know what I'm saying? You want to get you like a virtual address. Have plenty of resources out there to locate a virtual address. You can go to Google. You can go. The one I went through, they have a whole system. All this is legit. This is how it's done. but you want to do that research. Whichever one, you know, coincides with your ideas and your goals is the one that you want to choose. You know, if the competitor has a better price and it aligns with your business, your niche that you are essentially going into, then it's good to go with them. You know, but that's something that you definitely want to pay attention to, is finding out what resource or what, you know, essentially organization to assist you with the LLC process or corporation process. Don't understand how to do it yourself, because it can get tricky. Taxes, you got taxes involved, you got W-2s and all these different things involved, you know, articles of organization, stuff like that. You got to draft up and business roadmaps, all types of stuff like that. And it can get kind of overwhelming. And some people, what happens is they will allow that to detour them away from completing that mission of getting the LLC, because it gets a little tricky. So that's why it's okay to outsource and get some help with that. You can reach out to people that have got LLC before or other corporations before, and essentially come together. You can get that set up. But that process, you have to have a little bit of money to throw in there. You know, that's just how business works. Keep that money circulating. You know what I'm saying? But definitely do some research on, you know, what organization or, you know, what area you would like to go to assist with that process.
Another thing when we're talking about opening up these businesses, business plans, and funding, one thing that we have to understand by us being Israelites, Black Americans, it is actually an advantage for us to get grants. Okay. And especially for the women, there are millions of dollars out there in grants that these different organizations will gladly give to minority owning business women. Okay. Different names of the grants. You know, different names. Anybody know different names of grants that or where location and where we can look up to go and for these different grants for business owners that are just trying to get in? Anybody know exactly where we can go and look for that? Okay.
2 minutes.
If you go on the government site, right, and you look up these informations, they have all type of. You say it again.
SBA, Small Business Administration.
Okay, you go to the SBA, Small Business Administration. Brothers and sisters, go on there and look that up. They have all different type of grants. I'm talking the grants that they have are unbelievable. They have left-handed women grants. They got grants for you to be right-handed. They have grants for being born in a certain demographic. They have grants for going into certain businesses. They have grants for everything. And a grant is something that you do not have to pay back. Go ahead, brother.
If you don't know where to find those grants, how to find those grants, your local what is it called, chambers of commerce, I believe they'll be able to help you out with that.
1 minute.
The Black Chamber of Commerce is good. Sorority.
I got something to share with about the LLC. You can open up an LLC from home. Go to inkfile.com, INCFILE.com. You can go to IRS.gov to get you a free IN number. Go to DNB.com, Dune and Bradstreet.
Hold on. Start over so that people can hear you, so they can write this down.
You have a registered agent online at inkfile.com. Inkfile.com, you can file your LLC. But your LLC is like $300 in Texas.
So you
One
have
of the most expensive.
You have online brokerages, Inkfile. Okay,
Zen business.
to where you can go and they have tailored business. They have all different types. You can look this up. Ink file to go to register for your online agent for LLC. What you saying next, brother?
You can get a business address, a virtual address at opus.com, opus.com.
opus.com. You can get your virtual address there.
Right. You can get a free EIN at irs.gov.
irs.gov. You can get you a free EIN.
You can get like a business name, come up with your business name on namelix.com. That's namelix.com.
Namelix.com. You can go online, get you a DBA.
That's right. You can get you a business email at godaddy.com.
GoDaddy.com. GoDaddy, get you your URL.
Yeah, and then go to like whoever you like have a business account with. Open up a business account, with the information, your LLC information, and structure your LLC to the point where you come in there with your plan and start getting some funding from that financial institute.
Anyone is interested into going to school? What kind of school you going to? Yes, sir. This is the last thing. What kind of school you thinking about, sis? I can't hear what you said. Okay. Anybody else thinking about school? And what I mean school is I don't any type of school, trade schools, it's just school period. Anybody interested into going back to going to school?
I was looking into welding at one point, but I haven't done any more research into it. But in regarding to that, once you do complete the courses, there are jobs guaranteed at starting prices of $26. But depending on where you go, you can get paid upwards of $30, $40 for your work, depending on how skilled you are.
I would encourage everybody, if you have an opportunity, have you some type of certificate or have you some type of paperwork that's going to allow you to further your career faster. And I want you brothers and sisters to understand that these things do not cost. Mm-hmm. That's the first thing of our mentality of the reason why we don't want to further and do these things, because we thinking about I ain't got the money. But these things do not cost money. Okay? You have FAFSA. Anybody ever heard of FAFSA before? Okay. You have FAFSA. You have Pell Grants. Anybody ever heard of Pell Grants? Okay. They have different programs. They have trade school programs, okay, to where they will literally pay you to work in a program. These things, brothers and sisters, there are ways to get into these programs without touching a dime. There are ways, okay? So if anybody that is in the position right now, they want to go and get maybe a trade school. There are a lot of different careers to where that you can have, and you can have work for something for the rest of your life with just a little bit of opportunity. You have dental assistants. Dental assistants do not even have to have a 4-year undergraduate degree. They only have to have a 2-year associate's degree. And dental assistants work forever. Everybody has to go in and get their teeth done. Okay. We need to start thinking about our career, who we are, and what we do as a family. okay, I'm so and so, and then this is what I do. When you in a career state of mind, it'll help you beat the rat race of having the stress of job to job to job, day in, day out. Our careers, the best way to establish your career is you have to go to school. Have to go to school. And it's not one of these 4-year colleges type of things. A lot of the things that we want to do, you can get this stuff coming out of these trade schools. A lot of the stuff that we actually do for real, you can get this stuff out of these licensing schools. You don't have to go to these big universities. These universities, they're good, but they're good for, higher educational stuff. You want to be an engineer, you want to be doctor, you want to have, masters and, different situations. Those are for a certain group of people. But for us normally that's operating at this level, what's going to put us above that level is by having those certificates and having that stamp of approval by us going back to school. Jacob, yes, sir.
Yeah, and you can really upgrade your life from the comfort of your home now. You go to online-learning.edu/catalog. It's a whole catalog of free resources to get like a certification, a diploma, or whatever. Big name schools like Harvard, or Yale, or if you ever had those type of conditions. Again, it is online-learning.edu/catalog. They got a lot of free online courses that you can get a certificate from with the big name school.
Got onlinelearning.com. Okay, everybody write that down. Onlinelearning.com. And there should be more if you go in and type this in on your search engine. I'm pretty sure it is more. After that, you can do your research. They have free courses for free certifications, free courses for free licenses for free. AG.
Quick thing as far as trade schools that will help you out a lot, or certificate. Look at the job that you want and see what certificate it needs. Get a certificate to get in the door, and then a lot of these companies will pay for you to go to school once you get in there. You can get your degree off of them. If you get your certificate to get in the door, start working there, and then use most of these big jobs and where you're trying to get a career from, they're gonna offer you free school. So you can go in there and pay all your school paid for them. Just take that free certificate or whatever it is, and then look for the job that matches that, and then they'll pay for the school. A lot of these jobs. My job does it. It's a lot of jobs they'll pay for the degree once you get in the door.
Okay. We coming low on time. Go ahead.
Main thing too is business management. Managing a business. Very important to understand financial literacy, because a business can be a blessing or it can be a curse if you don't have financial literacy. Understanding, what's coming in, what's going out, and what money is being spent on, what is making money flow. A couple of books that I would highly encourage everybody to pick up some books that involve that. Read books. Now it doesn't have to be these books, it can be whatever, but I highly encourage to pick up some books on financing. You got Accounting for Dummies. It's a great book that goes into accounting. You have to understand accounting. You got Think and Grow Rich. You got Rich Dad, Poor Dad. You got Principles, Ray Dalio. Just a few books, but what they do is they teach you about the different methods that people utilize on a day-to-day basis, to essentially make sure that they have less going out, more coming in. A lot of time, put a lot of our investments into liabilities, which take money out of our pocket when we should be investing. I just have a question. Can anybody name an asset? What an asset is, or name an asset? Had a lot of land and equipment.
Adds value, a whole value.
This was 27. Say you an asset. No. You can be essentially you are the greatest asset, your education. But when it comes to actual finances, a lot of times we invest into liabilities like car notes. People think mortgages are an asset. House is not an asset.
Right.
You can invest into real estate that can become asset, but mortgage is not an asset. These are things that take money out of our pocket that we pay for. You know what I'm saying? Which we understand is essential. But we have to have a balance of our checkbook, understanding having more assets in one column and less liabilities in that column. You know what I mean? So very important financial literacy. To not have that going into top 5 steps to create a business. And you can utilize these 5 steps, but if you don't have financial literacy, your business will fall. So you have to have that business management. Very, very important.
We're gonna take that. We're gonna wrap this up for today. We're gonna be scheduling this. It's gonna be once a month. And each time that we come in here, we're gonna have a specific topic that we're gonna be breaking down, and we're gonna be covering all the details on this specific topic. We just wanted to get the brothers and sisters in here to show exactly what this is about. But I'm gonna just do a rundown on this. So if anybody didn't hear the information that didn't come out the first time, we'll have the information right here so we can have it available to us so we can continue working on this. So for anybody that is looking for any programs, anything, any free courses that they can do to be able to achieve any licenses and able to get any certificates, able to get any paperwork that we need for anything that we're doing, the Texas Workforce Commission has free programs to where they will bring you in and help you find a job or pay for whatever certificate or certification that you need. Texas Workforce Commission. We also have onlinelearning.com. What this vendor provides is for free courses for brothers and sisters to receive free certifications and free licenses for anything that we're doing. This is the Texas Workforce Commission. Y'all can go and check them out on the internet. You can go to onlinelearning.com. You can go and check them out and start to open up your mind to these things. Next thing that we talked about was, and we're going to be covering this more in detail, every single point on this we're going to cover in detail so we can know exactly how to really break this down. We got a sister in the chat says your local EED office has program and work sources as well. Appreciate that, sister in the chat. She said your local EED office has programs and work sources as well. So Workforce Commission, online learning, your local EED office has those programs as well. We covered just the basis on one, just the mentality about having a business, right? And the different things that you need to establish the business. Without these things, you're just hustling. We don't want to hustle anymore. We want to make business. Hustling, you're working. Business, when you have a business, you are relieving yourself. First thing is business plan, mission statement. Okay, business plan, mission statement. They have all different type of templates and things of that nature, so you can go and with the business plan, do your research on it. Get on YouTube University. Yes, ma'am.
Also, I am on the list for traceability and a billing. It's gonna be like a little storefront. So if others have product that they want to put in there, once they get all set up, they just have to, know their inventory and what they have. And whoever is out there that weekend, we don't be there on Sunday, so the only day we'll be able to be out there is on Sunday.
Okay.
But it's open 365 days, 364 days.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm just waiting for them to call me.
Okay. That's perfect. Yeah, definitely. If anybody, man, if y'all got something, man, hit up the sister. You know what I'm saying? You want to get something going. That's a free avenue that we have for her, or however much that it costs. Business plan, right?
Storefront, Onebody marketplace.
Yes, ma'am. Business plan, mission statement, right? We want to start to think about, hey, now I want to start to get incorporated. You have to get incorporated to have these businesses, okay? We talked about LLC, where we choose whatever method that we want to incorporate ourselves. We also have to think about the DBA. We also have to think about different funding options. They have different grants, especially for minorities, of what they call us. They have multiple millions of dollars worth of grants out there for us. All we have to do is apply for them. They'll literally give it to us. Different things that we talked about as well, just for your business, different places to get these things. You want your LLC. They have multiple online platforms. One of them that we named was Ink File. You want to get your EIN. The IRS does that at irs.org. You go get your EIN. Company like Namelix, you get your DBA. GoDaddy.com, you can get your URL for your company, and start to funnel these things together so we can continue to start to open up these things. And then for schooling, we're going to be talking about schooling as well. This is for your associate's degree. This is for your bachelor's degree, your master's degree. This is for different trade schools. We're going to be talking about how to apply for a FAFSA. We're going to be talking about how to apply for these Pell Grants. We're going to talk about how to even get a lot of this stuff that you can get for free online. This is just a mentality that us as Israelites, if we talking it, we got to walk it. Okay? We can't be saying that we better than everybody and we operating like slaves, as Elder was talking about today. So we're going to be meeting on this stuff. And throughout the week, throughout the messengers, when we have these things, we're going to be putting out different things. And for you brothers and sisters that, you know, throughout the week now, hey, this type of talk is going to be coming out a whole lot more. You sisters in the sisters messenger, you brothers in the brothers messenger. If you see anything, man, you see any programs going on, you see any networking events, we're going to be talking about networking, how important that is. Any networking events. If you got your own stuff going and you can tell people more about it individually, link up with the people that do have their own businesses. Link up with the people that have had a little bit of success in that, so you can start to practice and get those things off the ground. Everyone is not made to be a business owner, okay? But everyone should have that mindset of being a business owner. If you have that mindset, you will go and take advantage of these opportunities that we have there. So Texas Workforce Commission, you can go get those things. Our business plans, we're going to be breaking this down. We might do this twice a month, honestly. I think it's needed. Breaking these down, business statements, business plans, LLCs, how to walk in the bank, how to go get a business account. Credit too, as well, is going to be another thing that we're going to put on this topic as well. We're going to show the people, which everybody want, you gotta know how to fix your credit. Okay, there are different programs out there. I just met a guy at this event. He created a credit services program using artificial intelligence. So that the computer will literally type out your dispute letters for you, will send it out for you automatically online. Whatever rebuttals that you got, the computer will respond back to it and send it out. They have these things to where you literally don't have to do nothing. Fix your credit, different things of that nature. Just that business state of mind and that spiritual state of mind is what we're going to be leaning towards going forward. So you can go ahead, Matthias. I'm good on that. Anybody got any questions, man? Anybody got anything?